turn and face us.
My God, to thee, them to thee, these children dear of my heart, thou gavest me. Oh, by thy love divine, be them my God to thee, be them my God to thee, lead them to thee.
Amen. It is a very wonderful thing when parents see the need to bring their child and dedicate them unto God. And this is nothing strange. From the times long ago, during the times of when Jesus walked on this earth, children were always special. There was a time especially when Jesus was very tired, and his disciples wanted him to rest. He had sat down to rest. And the children were running to Jesus. And the disciples were saying, no, 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 go back. Jesus can't take you now. But Jesus saw what they were doing, and he said, no, allow them to come to me. And even though he was tired, he made time for the children. Now, parents and relatives, a lot of times we have this ceremony, the blessing of babies, where, you know, we take a pledge that we're giving our child back to God, because he is the one that gave life to your child. And then we leave, persons just leave, and we never see the child again, right? Now I'm going to say to you that if you're making this very special pledge, that you want your child to be dedicated unto God, it is something very serious. It is solemn. It means that you have a responsibility to ensure of the child's spiritual growth. You understand me? It's not just to come here and to get a little certificate and that's it. No, it's much more than that. It's far more than that. So I want you to make an example. As a family, I want you to make an example. That you have purpose, that you want to dedicate your child to God. And that's exactly what you're going to do. So we should see your babies attending church. Not just attending church, but you taking them to church with you. You understand what I'm saying? Yes. That you're going to allow them to participate. Teach them the right things. Let them learn your little Bible verses. Help them to be kind. Help them to be loving to each other. You have to set that precedence, that principle, that standard. You have to set it. Because you would have dedicated your child unto God. When Jesus was just a baby, for about 40 days after he was born, his parents took him to the temple at Jerusalem to be dedicated, according to the custom of the time. Of that experience, we read that the priest went through the ceremony of his official work. He took the child in his arms and he held it before the altar. You are at the altar. You have brought your child to the altar, just as how Jesus was brought to the altar. So you are following Jesus' example, or the example of Jesus' parents. Now, after handing back the child to its mother, the priest would inscribe the name Jesus on the roll of the firstborn. Little did he think, that's the priest, that the babe in his arms was the King of glory. He did not think that this babe that this baby was the baby that Moses wanted to see. That so many of the patriarchs who had gone, they wanted to see this very special baby, the Messiah. Now he, the priest, was holding the Messiah, presenting the Messiah unto God. And what lesson can we bring from this? Is that when we hold or touch your child this morning, we don't know who we touch or hold. We could be holding greatness. Yes. Your child has a future. We don't know what that is because we don't know what the future holds. But I believe that when you dedicate your child unto God, there's nothing else that can happen for the child except greatness. And you have to believe it. And you have to push for it. So you're going to be taking special care of your child. You have to make sure you nurture the child. You have to make sure that you give them the best possible mothering, auntying, uncling, fathering. Yes. Those are not real words. Cousining. Yes. You have to give them. Friending. Yes. Give them the best. Just love and appreciate them. Children are very special. And I want you to pledge this morning that you'll look on your child a little bit different as of today. This is a gift that God would have given to me. And when you get gifts that are special, you cherish it and you make sure you treat it as such. All right? It's not a piece of furniture that you dust off. No, it's a living being that's going to grow and mature. But it's going to grow and mature as you would have put in your efforts. So this morning, if it is that as parents, you decide to allow your child to grow up in the admonition and love of Jesus Christ, that you will raise your hand. Yes, and you have raised your hand. Members of the church, if it is that we are allowed, that we too will also see to the nurturing and the growing up of these little ones as we assist their parents in nurturing them. Is that your desire? Let me see you raise your hands. Yes, and you can look around, see, we promise to support you. All right, so at this time, we were going to be having the dedicatory prayer. I can't bless your babies, but I'm going to pray that God will bless your babies. All right, so as the musicians play the chorus, we'll have our elders holding the babies. Is the baby? Yes, we have a big baby and a small baby. All right. I'll ask the congregation to stand as we're going to be having this very special prayer. Our Father and our God, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy high and most holy name. Truly you are a marvelous God. You are the giver of life. You are the sustainer of life. You are the one that blesses us. You are the one, Father, who see to it that we wake up in the mornings and that you provide for us. You put us to sleep at nights and you give us rest. I approach you, Father, not as one who is righteous, but I know, Father, that I'm just a sinner saved by grace. And I'm in need of your love. I'm in need of your patience, as all of us here. This morning, I want to present to you two young ones, Amir Aiden Martin and Akeem Scott. The parents have decided that they want to give their children or dedicate their children to you. Father, they are already yours, but you want to see us make that step in bringing our children to you. These parents have boldly come here this morning in your courts. They would have brought their children to the altar as your son was brought to the altar when he was just a baby. Your fathers, us as elders, as we lay hands on them and hold them in our arms, we just want to represent you, and that's how you hold us in your arms. So, Father, even as the parents present these children to you, I pray, Father, that you provide for them as a loving father would. You provide for their needs, their food, their clothing, their shelter. You may provide for the parents so that they are able to take care of them financially, emotionally, and all of the things that they need as children to grow up, Father. You'll provide an avenue so that they will receive such. I pray for the parents that even as they are given this awesome task of raising these young ones, that you will give them the strength of mind that they need. You'll give them the patience that they need and the tolerance, because it is not easy raising children. It takes a very special someone. So, Lord, as you would have blessed these parents by giving them these children, I pray that you will bless their hearts. Help them to be warm and soft and tender. Help them to be the kind of parents who will stand firm when it's time for them to stand firm. Help them not to spoil the little ones, but help them to grow them up in the fear and admonition of you. And even us as church members, as we pledge that we will assist in guiding and helping to grow these children, that we will do so with love and patience. Dear Father, thank you for the family members who would have walked with the fathers and mothers of these babies, that you will help them to help the parents, that you'll bless them, Father, so they can also give a helping hand, and wherever there's a need, that need can be filled. I pray, Lord, that when you shall come the second time, these are the ones who would have been grown, will grow to love you, and would have find a place in your everlasting kingdom. And I pray, Father, that all of us will go home rejoicing with you. In Jesus' holy name I pray. Amen. All right, so parents, Sister Marie, our secretary, will come forward and she will hand you their certificates. As they go to their seats, we'll sing.